nothing but rooftop tapes running around.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right.
right.
Infamous for that.
Big
man.
shout out to Soundview. What's up?
Yeah, we always kept those classics, man. So when I had a DJ Hollywood tape in my crib, I'm like 12, 13, bro. So to be sitting here now with the legend itself, this is crazy. Man.
Yeah, man.
This is crazy.
Gynesis Radio.
Gynesis where we keep it live. But tell you, we bring it to you how raw, man. Y'all better start paying attention, man.
Pay attention.
Oh, man. I can remember riding through Harlem and all you could hear is,
man. That was it. If you didn't have one of those in your joint, you wasn't popping.
Yeah, you wasn't riding.
You wasn't riding, man. So let me get to it, man. So, Mr. Hollywood, man, how did it all start for you, man? Like,
man.
Wow, man, because you man, you're more than the pioneer. You're like the. And I don't know how the people out to say a lot of people say Herkin him and say he's the father and all this and all that. He can't be.
That's right.
He can't be, man. I'd say Hollywood is
break it down for me.
Yes, Hollywood. Yo, yeah. Let me hear you talk, brother.
To go to it on the real side,
right?
Wherever there was a turntable, a mixer, and a mic, I came in the house to try to do things right. Before headphones and crossfaders, before planting you now and digging you later. I came to the table with one thing in mind, to be the best DJ anybody ever found. And I came in the table and I started to rock. And I never cared what time the tick-tock on the time clock said.
Wow.
I was doing after-hour spots. I was starting at 4 a.m. and I was ending at 3 in the afternoon.
Wait. Whoa. Bring that back.
He went backwards.
He did opposite.
Yeah.
He party opposite. Yeah, that's what called me right there.
Yeah, man. I ain't never heard
I thought the party was supposed to start at 1 and end at 1.
Yeah. Motherfucker, Hollywood was doing it the opposite. At 4 a.m. and then until 3?
Till 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, who was partying like that?
People sniffing.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
You had to have your plane fare.
Yeah,
because we going flying. That's how we
flying high.
And it was a classy type of situation because people who attended these parties, they came dressed pretty nice. It wasn't no real street gear involved, even though you could wear it. People wanted to be classy. And that's the difference in a mandatory, you got to be dressed up, and a nigga dressed up because he got to be dressed up.
Yeah. So what era was this? Like what year we talking? Like,
this is 71, 72.
Ooh, I was just born.
Yeah.
That was Studio 54 days.
Yeah. But this is off the side of that junction because Studio 54 basically did the same thing we did, but only they had a little legality in what they were doing, and ours was strictly charter. We were licensed by charter. Studio 54 had a liquor license. Okay. But they also had a license to sell coke.
Yo, let me tell you something. I seen the Studio 54.
And wait, in 71?
71, 72.
Wow.
Yo, you go in the club.
That was Steve Rubel.
Wow. That's right. You go in the club, they had a big moon with a spoon going up his nose. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Well, see, big moon,
it
half moon with a spoon on his nose.
So everybody when cocaine, unlike today, cocaine was really cocaine. If your pocket wasn't right, you wasn't a real coke lover.
Wow.
These people came out because their pockets was deep. It's nothing to having a half a quarter. While a nigga uptown is buying a dime. Oh, how hard the time. Sniffing the dime is like, give me a box of baking soda. Because it's cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys is getting off the top. Pop! Straight out the Ziploc. Yeah, dip in the spoon. What comes out? Crazy. So the difference in the drugs and the difference in the scheduling of the time factor, hop in a situation that didn't exist. It was only disco music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a category for hip hop. Hip hop was a name that they changed part of my game
Mm-hmm.
to a hip hop insane.
Drop that.
But after they said that, they said, I'm not hip hop. And I'm like, well, you can't be nothing but disco because you're doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Right.
So now you can call it what you want. You sound like Columbus. You discovered America. It's already here.
Right.
You know, there's nothing new to what you're doing. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at you real close. I think you're copying my shit.
Right.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not talking to one person.
Right.
I'm talking to all involved in the creation of what hip hop is. I'm talking to all who claim to be a pioneer. I'm talking to all who claim to be legendary.
Mm.
Why? Because that's really scary.
Mm. Mm. Talk that.
To
talk,
watch
man.
you guys come into this game and take over because you changed the name. So now hip hop is born. That means that the style of what we're doing is born. I tend to differ.
It was
I tend to
already
let you know that I was rocking this a long time before you even start stopping at this. Before your ear even tasted it.
Mm.
I was throwing this down. When y'all dudes finally started coming in the game, making records and whatever you do, I'm already riding from joint to joint in limousines.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're talking about the early 70s, man.
For real.
Listen, I am the first DJ, period. It ain't like it was maybe him or maybe them or I am the first DJ, period, to bring turntables into the Apollo Theater.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's some iconic shit.
You
There.
see, we
Right,
talking.
yeah.
That's why I
That's
say
like
we got
on,
nothing but legendary
Michael
stuff
Jackson,
here on
James
Genesis
Brown
Radio,
level right
man.
there, man.
Pay attention.
But while I'm saying that, I need you to listen to this. I'm not even on the Apollo Walk of Fame.
I understand that, man.
I talked to a lady that was doing hip hop shows in the Apollo for 20 years before they removed her. And she told me that the Apollo got started in 80 something. And that's when she came in. Boom. Whoa.
Yeah, that's whoa.
Threw me for a loop.
That's
Because
whoa.
I'm in the Apollo in 1979.
Yeah, my mother used to go to the Apollo, so that's crazy.
In
Yeah,
the 80s is when they renovated the Apollo.
Okay, that's exactly what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you this. The education of Guy Fisher owning, not partaking, owning the Apollo by himself with no affiliates is when the Apollo got renovated.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in 78, 79. In 78, the Apollo was rumbles. It was holes in the roof,
Mm-hmm.
rats and roaches running around like it's cartoon time. Nobody wanted to be in the Apollo Theater at that time.
Right.
This lady, I ain't gonna call no names, but
Right.
she is a very important piece in the hip hop era of the Apollo Theater because they didn't really want those shows there, but they gave her an opportunity to do it, and she did it, and it just blew hip hop up to such a magnitude that they couldn't live without it. But I was turning shows up and down in 78, 79. I mean, bringing flavors, and people didn't even know what hip hop was. And at that time, I wasn't explaining it to them because I didn't know what hip hop was either. I'm doing hip hop because it comes from me. Bona fide, solidified, and I'm qualified to do Anything your heart can stand, it all depends on you. See, I've never lost a battle yet, and I don't knock on wood. Because it's not how good I make it, baby. It's how I make it good. I'm going to tell you no more of that.
Yeah, boy.
DJ Hollywood, man.
It's a situation of watching this grow from an acorn into a complete nut. This is a crazy significance of why hip hop is a little out of order. Number one, we don't own it. And my last recollection of how it came to play, we ran it.
That's right.
The white edition of what hip hop is took on the business level of what hip hop needed to be. But it wasn't the black man receiving the rewards.
That's right.
For what hip hop is.
That's right.
So now everybody's in disarray. And in order to try to get in, a nigga is telling any kind of story about when he discovered hip hop, like that was the number one day of hip hop.
Wow. That's
Every dude is like, man, we did this, we did that, we did this. But when you're talking about pioneers, and when you're talking about people that are legendary, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, we didn't do none of that. We copied what we saw and we ran with it. The decibels of people talking that flavor. Because my thing, like Eddie Cheever, Reggie Wells, we had a slower rendition of what the party was because we wanted everybody at the party to actually understand what we're saying. So it's like a while ago, and I want you to know who you've been listening to. Listen to me now when I tell you who I am and what I do. It's understandable. The next cadence of that, you might not realize it, but Melly Mel changed the cadence to the conversation. His flow became a kind of Caucasian Japanese, Spanish Indian Negro, Vietnamese, MCs, disc jockeys, all the fly guys and the young ladies. Introducing the crew, you gotta see to believe. Melly Mel, nigga, king of MCs. That doesn't take him to the beginning. That takes us to his beginning. Because after him comes Big Daddy Kane and a host of others with that magical flow, with that lyrical compound that only they got, because I can't even do it. You understand? But that makes him legendary. Everybody else that follows in that course is not a legend.
No, they not. No.
You're just another guy that could do it.
That's right.
Right.
So now we cut this legend shit back down a little something. You know?
Gotta put more respect on the legend's name.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's about what you gave to hip hop.
To be a legend.
To be a legend. Good look. You know, it's not because you was there. I know niggas that was on the other side of the rope that's a legend. And tell me to my face, you remember me? Yeah, I remember you on the other side of the rope.
What did you say? Back up off the rope?
Yeah. But you know, see, in the class of hip hop growing, in order for this story to work out the way it should work out, in order for the truth to be told, you got to put us all in a room and let everybody start barking. Let everybody start disagreeing. But after all that disagreeing and arguing and blah, 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 once that boils off and the facts start to show up, you will see the degree of what I'm talking about.
That's a fact.
That sounds like
That's a
an
fact.
Until
amazing
then,
documentary right
we
there.
got crazy stories about hip hop, and everybody that had a contribution to hip hop, I don't think they get recognized.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's real talk.
I really don't think they're getting
That
recognized.
sounds like an amazing documentary, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, in order to bring people together, that's the amazing.
Right.
For you to have the
That's what
heart,
make that amazing.
for you to have the heart to sit at this table and tell your side
Or here.
and match it to the other side. Because see, the mathematics is going to lock you out. After you be talking that crazy wild, that mathematics going to step in, and you are going to be eliminated from the process of creating.
When you talk about 79, you'll see the people at the table. When you go back to 78, you'll start to see 2 or 3 people leaving the table.
That's right.
When you talk about 77 and 76,
That's
you're
right.
going to see more motherfuckers leaving the table.
That's
And
right.
then it's going to be like from 10 to 3 to 2, and it's going to be end up with 2 or 3 people at the table.
And one of them is going to be lying. But at the end of the day, he'll be crying because I will be flying.
I noticed how that runs.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Hollywood. I mean, again, I'll give you your flowers, man.
Thank
I
you.
commend you all the way, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Now, let me ask you a question. Like, you see these dudes coming up under you. You know what I mean? But the case may be now. Out of all the dudes that, like I said, I had Bruce up here. You know what I mean? He bigged you up like no tomorrow. You got the Kid Caprice. You had so many DJs. You had Busy Bee. You had so many people doing what you do. Starsky, rest in peace, Starsky.
Hold up. Terrell, you going into the late 80s and the 90s when you start talking about the Kid Caprice and all of them. You got to go back a little further. You know what I mean? You got to go back to, guys like
Theodore,
but even before then,
Disco
Busy Bee.
Twins,
Disco Twins, Divine Sounds, the
Flowers, Michael Goody,
right,
Curtis Blow,
Plumber,
King Charles,
a lot of these guys
New Sounds.
got eliminated from the hip hop slogan because they said hip hop starts in the Bronx. That wiped out so many people.
Yeah,
that was there in the beginning of what hip hop was and was there to help born it into a culture.
and I can say one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. Them cats in Queens had them sound systems that was paramount for hip hop.
Well, the only reason for that is they had someplace to put it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
They got cats in the Bronx that had sound systems, but his records was over here. Some of his other stuff was over here. So every time he come out, it had to take like 5 people for him to have his whole set out. In Queens, these people had garages, and they had a mother and a father working, plus them putting their little 2 cents in. They were able to buy the top of the line sound system.
That's a fact.
And it ain't their fault they lived in Queens.
You hit the needle on the head, bro.
That's the first time I heard that.
That's the truth, though.
That's the first time I heard
truth.
that.
They had
That
houses.
makes perfect sense.
Your
Well, it's
mother not-
affordability.
Your mother's not allowing you to bring those big speakers and all that. They don't know in the project.
Right? I mean, you can bring it in, but then where you gonna sleep?
But what he said was even deeper than that, because what he said was, you lived in Queens, you had a house, but you had a mother and a father in the household.
Right.
With most
And
people,
both of them working.
right.
That's right.
With most people who lived in a housing project, remember the father couldn't live in a house there.
That's right.
It had to be it had to be a single parent household. So that affected a lot too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of opportunities that we, the people, have is by pure grind.
That's right. That's a
It
fact.
wasn't really given anything.
That's a fact.
Mhm.
That's a
That's
fact.
true.
Hip hop started in the Bronx in '77 right after the blackout.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's what I was told.
After the blackout, equipment showed up, speakers, microphones,
Yeah,
and choirs,
I
everything.
remember that. Man.
Uh,
I remember that.
And niggas was looking good with their stuff.
Yeah,
You know, they was
yeah.
dressing much better,
That's sharp. Yeah,
feeling much better, because they owned some things.
that's right. That's a fact. That blackout was a gift from the curse. I'll tell you that. Boy.
Same time.
Mm-hmm.
In 77, this started in the Bronx.
That's when they had the blackout in 1977.
Bronx, and this is when hip hop people.
Flourished. It's when it blew up. That's when everybody came out the door. Boom, boom, boom. I'm
everybody
DJ
is
this. I'm DJ that. Oh, DJ who? DJ what? DJ how? Let's let it go. Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
is
yeah,
DJ now.
Yeah, and that's just walking out your building.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yo, what's up, Rob? No, I ain't Rob no more, man. I'm DJ Robbie Rob now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You call me DJ, too.
We got
Yeah, you got a little.
Yo,
you got a
yo,
little-
yo, yo. Yo, next time you see me, nigga, you better call me DJ or we fight.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
word up. That's crazy.
It just appeared. And I am not mad with anybody that appeared at that time because the time was right. See, this was God's gift to black people
Yes, sir.
from the gate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
Definitely.
man. Yes, sir.
Before hip hop, wasn't no niggas running around too tough. We had niggas running around now, but if they wasn't a great basketball player or a great drug seller
Mm-hmm.
or a great baseball player, they wasn't having no shine.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
When hip hop came to life and it started to smooth its way up,
Mm-hmm.
so many black people had a shine.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Salute to that.
So
That's
they
real
created
talk.
that hope.
So many,
That's
so
real
many,
talk.
so many
Yes,
black
sir.
people had a
religion
shine.
behind it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
And anybody here, there, or anywhere don't believe God started hip hop, got a problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got a problem
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because
Yeah,
the
you don't
answer is written in front of your face.
That's deep.
How could anything be this powerful?
That's right. That's right.
How could anything make a move this large? How could anything have everybody going, hey, oh?
That's right. Yep. That's
Millions.
That's
God.
billions.
Because
That's right.
God is in the game.
That's right. That's
God
right.
is in the game.
That's right.
When you see me rocking a party, I'm on and my spirit is actually going into the microphone and coming out of the speakers. And my spirit is collecting spirits as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what a good time is made up because your spirit is moving. It ain't you, it's your spirit. Your spirit is dancing. Oh my God. You didn't even realize it till you got home and your shit was all messed up. You sweated out. Boom, boom, boom. You're like, oh man, I'm tore up my suit. You know what I'm saying?
It's having a
This-
good time.
This is what God is about, man. This is God's move.
Yep.
See, and a lot of people who say they created or they started or they whatever, they don't have God in plan.
Mm.
No,
God is nowhere in their story.
spirit.
Mm.
No
It's
way in
all
there.
about them. They're
Yep.
greater than life, whatever.
And that's why a lot of them are where they at right now because they don't have God in their story.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know, I can't be too on where they at right now stuff because I know some niggas got lots of money, but they ain't had lots of talent.
Mm-hmm. Speak on it.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
I know guys that have lots of things that's tangible, but they ain't had no talent.
Right.
The richest guys in this game, they can't read no music.
Mm.
And some of them don't even got God.
Yeah, that too, but
Mhm.
they ain't going for
Right.
it. You see,
Do the knowledge of what he just said. They can't read music.
they can't read music, and that's why the band, which was once the most important part of music, they kicked them out.
Mm-hmm.
You a bass player? I don't need you.
Right.
You a guitar player? I don't need you.
Wow.
I got a finger. I can push a button and make any sound that I want to hear.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Mhm.
Telling the truth. too.
So it became the best button pusher who had the greatest track record.
That's crazy. Button push.
No button push.
That's
Yeah, but I'm saying there's nothing wrong with being good at whatever it is you do.
a fact. That's a fact.
I ain't mad with the guy pushing the button, but I'm just letting you know he don't know nothing about music. Check with any of them if you think it's phony baloney. Which one of the greatest producers of today's music went to school for music?
Just a handful.
If that.
No, that hand ain't full. It's a hand. It's a hand. But that hand ain't full.
You're right. I can't even mention one that said they went to school.
Yeah, that's light. And then some of them did.
There's a few. 'Cause
Some of them did.
A few went to school with me.
Yeah, well, I'm saying some of them did, but I'm talking about right now, in the phase of where we at, and you can tell a lot of them didn't go because the music has gotten to be, how do I put it?
Garbage.
No, it's not garbage. It's something, whatever there is they're doing, but it leaves you with nothing to expect. Music at one point
Moved you.
records kept coming out, and man, that's
right. That's right.
I
That
mean,
jam right there.
yeah. And no matter how minute the system was. Niggas, oh shit, look out.
Yeah. Once you heard that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Disco. That's right.
It moves you. It reached into you and put you somewhere.
Right.
Fact.
We used to do shows at the Hotel Diplomat.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I mentioned the Hotel Diplomat is because they held like 1,700. But out of the 1,700, you had a whole village of people from Queens. You had a whole village of people from Brooklyn. You had a whole village of people from Harlem and Manhattan. You had a whole village of niggas from the Bronx. You know how I know? Because I used to say, somebody from the Bronx, hey! You can't even hear.
Wow.
You can't even hear. It's deafening. And that's in every borough.
Right.
So this was that one time. And a very few fights broke out. No gunplay, but a very few fights broke out over this borough and that borough. For the most part, it was always love. Back in the days when people were scared to go to a borough, I ain't going to Brooklyn. Them niggas crazy.
I'm still like that today.
Yeah, you feel like that now?
I still feel like that today.
But right now, you can't say nobody you ever saw in your whole lifetime convinced you not to go to Brooklyn. You convinced you. You made that story up that these niggas is crazy. People say it, but there's not that many people that can prove it. Because everybody that goes to Brooklyn, believe me, they don't get fucked up. They don't get beat up. They don't get nothing.
Yep.
There's people who move from borough to borough to borough that moved to Brooklyn and had no problems out of nobody in Brooklyn.
Nope.
Problems come to you because you are a magnet for the problem. You know, if you go someplace and start acting like you are
that dude, and you popping hard.
they got some niggas there that think you ain't that dude.
I want to test and see if you that dude.
Yeah, and they don't care where you came from.
No, it ain't where you from, it's where you at.
Yeah. How much of that ass you gonna bring?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? When you go and you treat people according to the way they need to be treated, most places you go in life, nobody's gonna attack you for it.
That's right. That's a fact.
So you are scared of the story of Brooklyn, not Brooklyn.
That's a
A
fact.
lot of people in Brooklyn is beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Amen to that.
It's all about how you move, man. That's all. It's all about how you move, dude. You know what I mean? That's it.
But I'm saying, taking God with you everywhere you go is a plus.
Of course.
You know, if you never leave home without it.
That's
You understand what I'm saying? It's your walking card. You know what I mean? In the existence of mankind, there's been one God. A lot of people blame him for this happening and for that happening, but don't nobody blame him for the good things that are happening. And if you add up everything, there's more good stuff than bad.
I blame God for all the good stuff all the time.
You know?
I always
for me being here right now, thank God. Thank God, because there's no other way I could have made it.
That's a fact.
Never could have made it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know, for all of us here, we thank God for blessing us with time, space, and knowledge. Me being a legend only happens because God is.
That's right. That's a fact.
Me being good to people only happened because God is. In my 50-something years of hip hop, still recognized.
That's right.
That's right.
That's a fact.
A lot of guys came through with me, they ain't recognized. And last time I checked, I still heat the party up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
That's right.
Oh
like,
yeah.
like
No,
right
you been
now,
in some
you know,
spots.
we
Let
get
me tell you something. You can walk through a spot right now, and that spot will part like the Red Sea.
Word.
I guarantee you that, man.
I just did
guarantee
the
that,
Fever
bro.
concert, right? I came on first.
Fever.
The
concert.
fever, yeah.
When
man.
people was walking in, I came on first. I was putting them in their seats, but you know, people was
Mhm,
bouncing
mhm.
into their chairs and whatever. And then after me came Theodore.
Oh.
You know,
That's great.
so the fire just got greater.
Mm-hmm.
I went backstage and I sat down, and everybody that was walking past was like, "Oh, yo, Wood, what's up? Let me take a picture." Next thing I know, the security guard came and said, "Yo, man, Hollywood, you can't sit here, man. We gonna put you in a seat over." I said, "You gonna put me in a seat over where?"
Yeah.
Over in the corner over there. I said, "You gonna put me
What?
in a seat
In the corner.
in the corner? That ain't gonna happen."
Wow.
So dude said, you're causing too much disruption right here. I said, well, then I'm going to leave. No, we don't want you to leave. We don't want you to leave. I said, but you want me to sit in the corner.
Yeah.
That's right.
Something's wrong with your homeboy.
That's right. That's a
But
fact.
you could tell it to the rest because I'm gone. And I left. There's not about animosity in that. I don't think this dude singled me out to throw me this message, but I think God was like, let me see, can he handle this? And I handled it. And I left. Next day, Sal called me and said, yo, man, what happened, man? You should have been here because I wanted you to come out front. When we all were at the end of the show, we all went out front and greeted the people, blah, 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 blah. And I told him what happened. He said, oh, well, I didn't. I said, Sal, I didn't say it come from you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no bad news in the energy that happened. It's just the fact of the matter. I'm glad I'm still popular. That's a blessing for me.
That dude should have known better.
Yeah.
That dude should have known.
No, he knew better. He said, no, we don't want you to go. We don't want you to leave.
Yeah, once you say that to
But you want me to sit in the corner.
Are you serious?
That's not gonna happen.
Like,
Is you saying that in the same breath?
Yeah, that's my point. So obviously you must learn. Like
Yeah.
you didn't know. You must learn. Like
That's
he's
right.
supposed to be DP. Somebody must be standing like, yo, what? Who you talking to like that? Are you serious? Like, matter of fact, you go stand in the corner now.
Yeah.
You go turn around, bow face, and stand in the corner because you just don't understand who you talking to right now.
That's great.
That's real talk. That's what we talking about as far as like, you know, how people gotta pay homage, man. You have to pay homage and respect, man.
Mhm.
But you got to respect what brought you to where you at. Because
That's
you
right.
don't have a job as a security guard if Hollywood don't come and
All
ring
right
you down.
then. All right. That's my point.
That's right.
That's my point,
right.
man.
Yeah.
You know, every writer, every person working in the studio right now, everybody at Techniques, everybody at any store selling musical supplies, it don't happen if Hollywood don't come through with it. It might have happened, but it would have been years from the time it did come. You know how many turntables I sold? You know how many microphones I got out? You know how many pieces of speakers and all that got sold because I started something. I ran with something.
Yeah.
Do you know how much they gave me for doing it?
Penniless.
Not even a mention.
That's crazy.
Recognition or nothing.
That's
Nothing.
crazy, man. See, that's what I be talking about, man.
And
Especially
yo,
with our culture.
And let me interrupt, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was in Atlanta and I was watching all these hip hop sitcoms and television shows and hearing the worst, the bottom of the barrel shit that
Mhm,
they was
mhm,
playing on the radio,
mhm,
man.
mhm.
And I got disgusted. And I said, man, I'm gonna come back to New York, and because these pioneers, man, put in so much, and they don't get the accolades. They don't
That's
get
right.
nothing.
That's right.
They don't get shit.
That's a
And I
fact.
got tired of hearing all this hip hop terminology in these sitcoms and these reality shows and all these sports and all this, and these people are getting some serious paper.
Mhm.
And it's not hip hop.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, yo, man, no one mentions Hollywood. Nobody mentions
Starsky.
Nobody mentions Flash.
Eddie
Nobody
Cheever.
mentions Eddie Cheever. Nobody's mentioning none of these pioneers that started this shit.
And I don't mean to cut you off, man, but I had gotten not an argument, but I was in the conversation with my man the other day. And when I start rambling, I start rambling. And I go. When I start, I go. I go. Word. So my thing is like this, man. And this is to all the young listeners, all the young viewers out there too, man. All them young artists out there, whatever. Pay your recognition to these hip hop legends, man. These pioneers. And to me, in order to do that, when you see these shows popping off, like say you see a Lil Durk or one of these dudes, bring out Hollywood on your set. So that way, all them people at your concert, them youngins, now they understand
But
where it started from.
But let me drop a ditty on you. Little Dirk can't bring Hollywood out. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he don't know the history. There's nobody telling the history.
Yeah.
And he ain't trying to learn it.
That's
that's
why
the
Because he got money.
And that's the point.
That's
the
why
point.
what we doing right now,
Right,
we are documenting the story.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's nobody that documented the stories. That's why, Geechee Dan, you got the tapes. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Right.
That's validating. You know, when we get Hollywood to come to a radio station like Gynesis to tell the story unadulterated.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you educate the young bulls. That's how you educate these young artists
That's
about
a
hip
fact.
hop.
That's a fact.
We got to teach them because they won't know. They don't know.
But see, my thing is too, as a manager, you got a lot of these young artists, right? They got managers around maybe our age, or whatever the case may be.
And they don't know.
But still, the ones that do know, how you not putting them in their ear? How you not telling them, yo, nah, that's the like when you on the block and the young kids like, yo, who that dude? Oh, nah, he OG. That
Word,
yo, he a real one right
don't
there.
even try him.
Don't even try him, right?
Right.
Why we can't do this with all these young artists nowadays, man? Why we can't do this, man?
Because the presence of education has been lost.
We got to bring it back.
That's what we
It's
got
hard.
to do.
We got to bring it back.
We got to put this back in the system. See, it's taken out of the system by what's coming next. And what's coming next is something that you don't even know about because the understanding for it is a little bit twisted.
But see, but this is to me.
I'm not knocking young artists.
Right.
I'm not
Mhm.
knocking what they do.
Right.
But for their thing to wear this name, there need to be a standard.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
Yes,
if it's trap music that you're doing, that should be your standard trap music.
Right.
That shouldn't be labeled hip hop
Right.
Yep.
because it's not even another form of hip hop. It is exactly what it is.
Trap.
Music.
That's right.
That's crazy.
They need to develop more categories
For the music.
for what they're saying
I agree.
because they're giving me a black eye.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop is
Mhm.
doing this. Hip hop is doing that.
That's right.
And that's not hip hop.
That's
That's
not
doing it.
hip-hop.
That's
You're
right.
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 You're right. You're right.
I agree with that.
Yeah, we're not running around punching old men's and old women's in the face playing the knockout game to see if we can knock a nigga out.
That's right.
Ain't nobody in hip hop doing that shit.
No, I'm saying, but we didn't grow up
That's
with
right.
those
That's
type
right.
of
Different.
ingredients in
Right.
our system.
That's
Yep.
true.
Mhm.
That's true. That's true.
And the same goes for today. What we are putting out is the reflection of what our kids are doing.
That's a fact. That's why I always
Kids
said that.
mimic
That's
what
what I
you
say.
do.
The music and the videos, they watch more music and videos and listen to music more than anything. So they're gonna take all that in.
But
You
you got
understand what I'm saying?
baby girls shaking that thing.
That's a
Like,
fact.
really? Come on,
That's
man.
a fact,
Mhm.
man. That's a fact. And that's what I'm saying. And you hit it right in the nose when you said how they came and took over our culture and made so much money from it. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where they distorted our culture.
And they guided
You know
it to
what I mean?
where they have it at now.
That's right.
So it's destroying us backwards.
They get it right on the nose.
Yep.
Man.
Destroying us back.
We gotta take our culture back, man. That's what it all boils down to. We have to take our culture back, man. We gotta stop trying to fit in and take ours back.
Because hip hop didn't fit in when that was shit was going on in the 70s.
We never
in the
fit
parks.
in. We started
what
our
Hollywood
own
was
lane.
doing. That didn't fit into the norm.
No, we started our own lane. And this is what we got to get back to be honest with you.
But a lot of people are comfortable and content in where they at.
Well, let them stay there then.
And
We
that's
got to
the
start a
problem too.
movement. We got to start a movement, man. And that's why I'm glad I'll be having all the legends here and the pioneers, because that way I try to put something in their head. Maybe it could be a movement started. You understand what I'm saying? Like a strong movement started. Like, we got to get the likes like Red Alert. We got to get this likes of, like Marley Moor. All these cats. We got to get everybody together and really come up with a plan to get our culture back.
Yo, let me tell you
something. It's a trend that we have to do, because you see how they start trends with pants coming off their behind. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody started that, and next thing you know, they ran with it. I believe it was Jim Jones when he went to the Source Awards. We wore them tight jeans and had his pants off his behind. After that, all the guys started doing it.
I think
that's what we need to do. Start a trend.
Yeah, it has to be.
We have to play the music.
Yeah,
for them.
We have always started a trend.
That's our thing. That's us.
That's what we
always do.
Us.
That's natural for us.
That's right. But we gotta capitalize now. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta bring it back. We gotta.
It's hard, man.
It's hard. I know
it's a lot of work.
I know it is.
Trust me.
Yeah. Well,
it's a lot of work, man. I'm telling you, 7 years up here in New York, man, it's a lot of effing work.
Anything worth doing.
It's
and
a lot
I believe for this culture, for our culture, is worth doing. It's going to take a lot of work. Man.
I wish it was 5 more of me, man.
For real.
Because it's hard, brother. I was on the conference call the other day, man, with Hip Hop Alliance, Chuck D, Curtis Blow, my man James Tate out in Brooklyn, and I'm telling them, like I'm not going to be on a Zoom call for no 4 hours. That I'm not going to up and do. I ain't going to be on the phone for no 4 hours talking about just talking.
Right.
What we can do. Nah, man, I ain't doing all that. Look, I got a conference call tomorrow with a group called Vocal New York. Okay. It's a state organization. And they came at me about just doing this and having hip hop involved with what they doing and everything. I said, cool. Let's do a call tomorrow and let's get something concrete to pop off. Now, I'm not going to be sitting waiting for no 3-4 weeks. I don't care about no fucking titles and all the positions and all that. Excuse me. Yeah. And let me know what I can do now, today. Right. I'm not going to wait next month. Right. And I don't want to do no charity, and I don't want to do no popping no bottles on the Grand Concourse, and I ain't doing all that. Look, I need to see these teenagers. I need to see what these kids, man. That's who I'm trying to get one of them. I may not get 10 or 20 of them, but I want one of them. Give me 10 minutes with this one dude to get something out of him that he loves to do, his passion, something that he loves to do, that's easy for him to do, that's natural for him to do, and get him to think on the mindset that he can do whatever he can do. And then if I could get one child, if I get one teenager in each borough, one city, one country, continent, that's a start. But it takes a lot of work, man. And we got a lot of people clogging up the space.
Yeah,
yo, man, get out my way, man.
Get out the way.
I got man. I appreciate you doing local. You want to do local, cool. Beat cops can't do nothing up here. Right. Beat cops can do what on that level, here on the ground level. Right. I'm not trying to do no beat cop changes and all that. I gotta try. I'm trying to do something up here on a global level. Facts. If you're doing local, then that's cool. I applaud you. Cool. I'm trying to do something up here though. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do some hip hop over there with heads of states and prime ministers and making some impact. Something global, something iconic, something that we can make some change on their lives. Yes, sir. Like Tupac. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't be invite me. I ain't popping no bottles. I already man, we do that every year. We do that every week.
I think that's nothing new. That is nothing.
Can you do something that can have some type of a positive impact on Hollywood?
That's right.
On a pioneer.
I think we need another Crush Groove movie.
We need to continue.
We need another Crush. We need another.
The way it ended was.
We need another with the pioneers though.
But
I think that'd be hard.
You need a type of Crush Groove movie, but you need somebody like a Tyler Perry to finance it and have the consultants of a Hollywood.
Yes.
And a Flash.
He said the right word. He said Tyler Perry because we all know that Tyler Perry is going to listen to the pioneers and it's going to be controlled within among ourselves.
That's right.
You can't go to nobody else and give that because they're going to take it and say, all right, thank you. We'll give you here's X amount of dollars, but we want control of it.
We got to call him.
All right.
Terrell, answer the phone, man.
I got you. Genesis Radio with your boy Terrell, DJ Hot Sauce, Money Mike, and my special guest, DJ Hollywood and Geechee Dan.
Yes, sir.
What's up? Call to talk to us. What's going on?
You already know what it is. It's the BX in the building. Joe Butter representing Butter Entertainment.
Joe Butter.
What's poppin', man? Salute.
What's up?
I had to call in and salute my brother, give him his flowers. My man DJ Hollywood, man, the best that ever did it, the best to ever do it.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Get butter like no other.
Yeah. Yo, we appreciate it.
Man.
And I just want to thank him because he inspired. He is inspiring, and he knows me and him talk all the time about DJing, about hip hop, about different things, and he is the first. He is the first DJ. I give him that. He is the first DJ, and I don't care what stories is out there. When you mention a DJ, you don't mention a DJ without DJ Hollywood.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That's right.
That's true talk.
That's right. Talk about it. That's right. That's right.
And I have to thank, I have to thank him because he inspired my son. And the biggest thing that happened to him so far is playing alongside DJ Hollywood and the Block Party.
Wow.
Yeah.
That had to be a legendary moment.
Yeah. That was legendary.
And when a legend call you the next day, and tell you your son was awesome, he didn't know that he was talking to me. He thought he was talking to Jordan. And he said some nice things, but I told him, I said, no, this is me, Joe Butter. He said, I thought you was little Butter or whatever. But and I relayed the message to him and to Jordan, and him being a young DJ, I was that year since he started, I've been taking him around, introducing him to all the DJs. So like you said, you can't be a DJ in this game and not know your history.
Yeah,
so what I did was I took him on tour and I introduced him to every DJ, every MC that we came across. I told him, look, this is so-and-so, he did this, he did that. Because you can't play records without knowing the history. You can't do parties without knowing the history.
All right, then.
And that's what I teach him. So every time I see Hollywood, I see him at Katona Park, wherever I see him, I give him his flowers. I let him know, Hollywood,
I'll be appreciating it.
Run to the game and everything you do. It's very inspiring.
I'll be appreciating it, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your son, I appreciate him too for his grind, for his relentless intent on trying to make it happen.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's doing it his way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's right.
So important.
He's not trying to be nobody else. He's in his own lane, doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He got his own identity.
Yeah, man.
Hey. But I thank you for that. And I'm always gonna give you your flowers. Every time I see you, I'm gonna give you your flowers.
That's
As you should, man.
Yeah, man.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Man,
and Hollywood, I wanna let you know we were trying to get Old Timers Day back at 23 Park this year, and we just let them have it. But next year we're gonna take it over, and we're gonna start doing our own Old Timers Day. It's time for us to bring our hood back to the way
we just talked about that.
Culture back, man.
We do have a date. We have another date on August 20th, which we call our Love and Appreciation Day. We usually do it in our project, The Forest, but this time it's going to be big, so it's going to be in 23 Park, like an Old Timers Day remix.
Yeah.
And I'd like to personally invite you, if you're available, I'd like to personally invite you to come and rock out in the park that started it all.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
23 parts.
I'm gonna tell you like this, keeping you in mind. You know, I'm getting old, so I'm gonna forget for that time. I need you to remind me once again.
I will.
Call me up in August so we can get it in.
That's right. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but that's what it's time. It's time. It's like you said. It's time. It's time to go back to the essence and bring that essence, the essence back. I'm trying to bring that music back
Yes,
because,
sir.
like I said, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s was that music that made you think about the good times that you had.
Yes, sir.
You know, after the 90s,
That's right.
music started falling off.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Love.
it started falling off. So when you go back and you hear that 70s song, you say, "Oh man, I remember when I was in school. Oh man, you played something from the 80s. Oh, I remember that was my graduation. That song came from and it brings back memories. The music has to remind you of something in order for you to grasp it and enjoy it and still enjoy it. You know, it's songs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s that you can play anytime, any place, and it's gonna pop off.
Well, you know, it's like Charlie.
And we have to get back.
It's like Charlie.
Yeah.
We don't want tuna
Yeah.
that tastes good. We
That's
want the tuna with good taste.
it.
That's right. That's right.
I
I
Real
like
talk,
that.
man.
I like that. Let's go.
Hey, we appreciate you, Joe Butter, man.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks
I
for
appreciate
calling
you
in.
guys, man.
Salute to you,
Salute.
King.
All right. And I'll keep y'all posted on the August 20th date.
Okay.
Keep y'all posted.
All right.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
yes,
sir. Thank
Right.
you so much, man.
Peace.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
See, that's right.
Everybody,
That's
they
what
already
I'm
know
talking
what it is, man. So let me ask you a question. Like, so like I was saying before, like, I know you hear a lot of, these DJs, mimicking your style or whatever the case may be they doing. How
I
do you
heard a lot
feel-
coming up.
How do you feel being the originator of all of this? You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like that's a good thing because it's like,
Well, we were listening to some stuff on the way up.
Mhm.
And a lot of the things we recognize as things that I've done in the past.
okay.
right.
Mhm.
That I've heard.
The most important thing I get out of it is that person doing it doesn't realize he got it from me. See, because so many people have emulated me,
Mhm.
but I'm the blueprint for where it starts.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you can't help but have a few people emulate the blueprint. The people emulating the blueprint are the people getting credited with the style of what's going on. So a person doing my thing doesn't actually know he's doing DJ Hollywood. But no matter how you feel, no matter how you rock, I'm going to tell you right now from the top, listening to the music is all well and good, but it all starts with Hollywood.
You better know it.
Yes, sir.
You
So-
better know
So,
it.
but I mean, 'cause I hear a lot of DJs, I hear a lot of mixtapes, you know what I mean, back in the days. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these DJs knew what they was doing. And I'm pretty sure they probably was paying you homage without paying you the homage.
Right, except,
You
see,
understand?
I know a lot of cats I have influenced
Right.
over the days.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
It's my juices that ran through them that made them come out.
Mm-hmm.
After coming out, then they started to develop their own muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But their first drive was that DJ Hollywood thing.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because my thing, unlike a lot of cats, my thing is strictly action.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is strictly having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is strictly waking the audience member up to the fact that the DJ is rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Most people play, they just play and they make great mixes, they make great sounds, but they don't make the people aware.
Mm-hmm.
If you listening to me, you gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gonna definitely know.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
fact.
because that's a
Mhm.
key ingredient of making me a part of what the records are doing.
Mm.
If you're not putting you on the turntable,
Mm-hmm.
what's your point?
Wow.
To entertain is different from just playing records.
Anybody can play records.
Right.
Anybody can play a record.
Mm-hmm.
But can you entertain?
That's the thing.
Can you drive a man insane?
That's the
Can
thing.
you make him not feel no pain?
Mm.
Oh man, like the man Bruce Wayne.
Hey.
Oh, we coming in to show this game.
Hey.
And we take him to the Hall of Fame.
Hey.
Now when we take it to the rock, we just don't stop. We just people popping and make a bigger pop. Everybody in the place is
Yeah.
ready to go. It's the high five, baby,
Hey.
and the stereo.
Hey.
You don't know about that because that's from the past. But I
Uh-huh.
still make a nigga want to shake that ass.
Hey.
Hollywood! I'm just having fun, and this is how I get the job done.
You know what's
Yeah,
crazy?
boy.
You know what's crazy? When you drop that, like, I'm listening to, like, Will Tracks. I listen to
Mhm.
Boogie Black. I hear all that. I'm going to take it even further back. I'm listening to Busy B versus Little Rodney C.
Mm.
Yo, bro,
Yo,
that was
that's the same
Hollywood.
cadence.
Yeah.
Bro, that was Hollywood.
Yeah.
Everything that Busy B was saying and doing and all that was Hollywood. That was
We
Hollywood.
was just talking about that in the
And
car.
that's crazy.
The ball, the dang.
Right, and that's crazy how you're so what you started is such an influence on this culture. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, I can't give you enough flowers. If I had a whole bouquet and 20 bouquets, I would give them to you, man.
Yeah, you
Because
got more than a bouquet.
you-
I
you-
know.
the original buyer.
But y'all ain't heard that from me. Like I said, man, you done started something, man, that turned. How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel? You started something that's just this seed just grew. Like, how do you feel about
My
that?
greatest feeling, man, is that it never ever stopped.
Yes,
People
man.
are still rocking Hollywood.
Yes,
I mean, this
man.
is just an unbelievable ride, and I can only thank God for it because I have transcended
Mhm.
through 5 decades.
That's a long time.
Through 5 decades.
Half a
watched-
century. That's half a century.
You don't watch them grow. You don't watch.
Yo,
Wow, man.
Yeah.
You done seen it all, brother. You done seen the birth of hip hop to where it's at now. That's incredible, man.
What I seen before hip hop.
That's true. That's true.
And
That's true.
I was
That's
rocking
right.
the spot before
Before
hip hop.
A
Mhm.
one-man show. Ain't that something?
Yeah. I
real,
can go
man.
back to where people came to the party and niggas brought cowbells, tambourines, whistles. This is how they came in the party with their shit, man.
Wow.
Well, check this out.
Wow.
You're the first DJ that left Manhattan or the Bronx to come to Brooklyn or Queens.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, I don't know if it was
we
the
talked
punk,
about that too.
I don't know if it was the punk era or niggas just boom. But everybody was a hero around their block.
Right.
They didn't travel.
That's a fact.
They
That's
didn't go
a
to
fact.
nothing different. When I came to Lee Chalet in Queens, man,
That's right.
this shit was jam-packed. And people were standing there just to see what the hell I'm going to do. And they saw it, though.
Wow.
Yeah, I turned it loose on their ass in there.
Wow.
Yeah, I turned it
right,
loose
off,
on
right
them.
off Sufton Boulevard and Hillside Ave.
Wow.
And this was 78, 79.
I was like, what?
Fire.
7?
You was there, TV?
Fire.
You was in
And listen, I was a little dude that ran with Woody Wood and all of them.
Wow.
I was a little kid,
Yo,
you know, because I played baseball with their little brother.
Yo, that era to me, I'm sorry to say it, I'm gonna say it again, and no disrespect, Mike. You know what I mean? But that era was the best era, man. The beginning of all of this was so dope, man. And I salute to all the DJs out there and all the cats that was carrying the crates and all the cats that was trying to get behind the rope that couldn't get behind the rope and the cats that got behind the rope.
No.
Everybody that was doing the freak, everybody that was doing the hustle. I salute all that because that era was just so, we was just so, wow, like a newborn baby, bro. And just putting something together.
Encased in the party, though.
Yes.
Everybody came
Yes.
to wear their suit out.
Yes.
Everybody came to shake that thing.
Yes,
There was
man.
hustlers that didn't do no partying until they came to these sets and they was rocking like a mother.
I tell
Oh,
you,
my
man.
God.
I tell you, man.
Girls say, "Oh shit, I didn't even know
Bro,
he can dance."
Yeah, experience. So you got any questions for him, Mike? Anything?
How do you think hip hop has changed now, and could your era be like reborn again into this era where it could be?
Let's take it to the part that hip hop didn't change. The game changed. Hip hop's still the same.
Mm-hmm.
We just forgot about how to deliver fun. Now we deliver hardship.
Mm-hmm.
We deliver rock stories. We deliver items that most people delivering the items they didn't live that.
Mm-hmm.
I shot this and I shot that.
Now it's fake.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you just
it's
making
fake.
up some shit. A party was just a party.
Mm-hmm.
The love for the craft was important.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, like I said, your musical expectation has dropped down to, okay, whatever.
Right, that's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
Because
a
there are
fact.
no more bands.
Yeah.
So the constant change that a band can bring to the music is one guy with a finger now.
That's right.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with these producers, but how far can they go?
Mm-hmm.
When a song used to be created by 5 people, now one guy creates the song. But the 5 people that was creating the song took lessons in what they were doing. The drummer went to school to play drums. The bass player went to school to play bass. The guitar player went to school.
Yeah.
Now, what happened to the school? Did they burn it down?
Hmm.
They just don't use it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we, the people,
Mm-hmm.
get stuck with what's left.
Mm-hmm.
Because as long as there was a school, the art of what one does is so much greater to the artist.
Yeah.
Now it don't mean shit. Nigga can play the keyboard, so
Yep.
a nigga is a mean drummer, so
That's a fact, though.
Yeah,
He's talking
yeah.
facts, man. He's
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
facts, yo.
when we don't have expectations, our life shrinks down, and that's why mental illness and all these other things that are affecting our lives right now are seeping in because we're not expecting nothing else.
Mm.
You're saying, oh man, my mom is sick, blah, 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 dementia, blah, 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 blah. But you did nothing. You did nothing to stop that from happening.
Mm.
You didn't go sing your mother a song.
Mm.
You didn't go shake your grandmother out the chair. Come on, grandma, let's do this thing. Blah, 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 blah. You didn't do any of those things.
Right.
You allowed them to get old and mold out.
Wow. that's deep.
Now that they're sick, you say, oh, man, grandma's sick. You did nothing to help that.
Mm.
Because my son has autism. So what's his greatest value? Love. I give him love, man, no matter what he did or how he did it.
That's right.
A piece of paper like this is a big thing to my son. Yo, look at this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when he was growing up and people were looking at him, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I said, here, take this and do it.
Mm-hmm.
He have a pen or paper in his hand. So nobody noticed that he was really just doing this.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They looked at him a little differently when they thought he was just playing with something in his hand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And as he grew, he identified so much better with that happening.
Mm.
Till he just gave that up. I ain't doing that shit. Wow. Let me do something else. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, gotcha, yeah.
The love that we have for one another has disintegrated so small.
Yep.
So when you see people getting ready to beat the shit out of each other, you don't stop it. You pull your
Look away.
phone out.
And you want to
Yep.
watch it. That's right.
You tape it.
That's a
You
fact.
want to make sure everybody sees this motherfucker get his ass whooped.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
You want to see this bitch get stripped naked in the street and beat down. You want to see, and you don't want to see it yourself. You want
You want the
everybody to
world
see it.
You want the world to see it. Yeah.
But they don't want to show.
But this is what our expectations are made of.
Yep.
And without expectations, believe me, man, you're on your way to no fucking way.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Each day you get up, it's got to be something that makes you want to go and do something.
Dude, that's right. That's a fact.
Yep.
The number one thing that you don't have in your life is the number one thing you need. God, you
That's
got to
right.
be appreciating the fact that you got up this morning.
That's a fact. Yep.
Laying down wasn't a problem.
Nah.
Getting
Nah.
up was a
Getting
problem.
the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you woke up and put your
My
feet
eyes
on the
opened
floor,
up. That's right.
some shit just really happened.
That's right. That's
And you got to
know how
appreciate
powerful
that.
that is, man.
Yeah, but you got to appreciate that like
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes.
Every day I make it to the table, man. I am.
Yes, sir.
I am so lucky, man. I'm 67, man, and the energy that I got right now, and I'm able to talk to you without you saying, "Damn, that nigga's fucked up."
Would that be the
Yeah.
first thing they
Yeah,
say?
You're right.
That'd be the
Yeah.
first thing they
As
say.
I'm coming apart right before your very eyes, you're not going to stop me from coming apart.
That's right.
That's right.
You're going to look at me and say, "Damn,
That's right.
he's coming apart."
That's a fact.
I am fortunate that living today, I'm not coming apart.
Mm-hmm.
What I say to anybody can be understood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about destroying nothing. I'm talking about building everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as I got that drive, and as long as I can spread that word to maybe you or anybody behind this TV, anybody behind this speaker, I feel great about our chances of all coming together and doing something creatively positive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
I remember one time, man, it hurt me when I saw you in the hospital when you were sick, man. And nobody really knew why he was down. He was down. He was connected and everything, man. And today, I'm glad he's here. He made it out of whatever that was.
Yeah, that was me
You know.
getting my knees replaced. I got
Oh.
both of my knees replaced at the same time.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
One on
Okay.
Tuesday, one on Thursday.
Nice.
So the pain was crazy, but I was so glad I did it because after that,
Right.
man, I wouldn't want to go back and get the next leg done.
Yeah, like me.
That's right.
I got one knee done. Now I got to get the
Yo.
other one.
Yeah.
I was like,
And that's a problem. I got them both done,
Yeah.
and they said, "No, Wood, don't do that, man. Don't get them both done." You know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm saying, yo, this is a tough decision.
Mm-hmm.
Because my doctor has a PhD. What the fuck do you got?
Mm-hmm. You telling me don't get it? You.
Yeah, my doctor's saying it's okay for me to go and do this, and you're telling me don't do it.
Don't
Right.
do it.
Right. Right.
But he got a PhD.
In this.
Yeah,
Right.
You show me what you got.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't even tell
Shut
me.
up.
Don't even tell me.
Right.
Stop it.
That's-
Slow down. Back the fuck up. Yo.
And you know what, man? To add on to what you just saying, man. Like people don't dream, man. Like people just take for whatever, just take it.
Yeah.
Just say, okay, I'll believe you. Okay.
Right.
They don't challenge it. They just take it and then live with life and
Just
wake
hold
up every day and then that's it. And then you're dead. And I'm like, I refuse to do that. I'm not gonna look. You're not gonna put me in the box. You're not gonna put hip hop in the box. You can't put God in the box. Why are you trying to put me in the box?
Right.
Why are you gonna try to tell me what I cannot do?
There's no such word as can't.
Right.
Jay,
So
you
why?
right
But
about
people,
that, bro.
but people's life is so miserable, man. They go to work, they're not happy.
'Cause
They
Misery
effed
love
up
company.
marriages,
Misery
They-
loves company.
company, and
Yeah,
you know
man.
they just don't got no hope, no dreaming. They just stop dreaming. They stop
That's
praying,
right. That's
stop
right.
hoping,
They
and
said
it's discontent.
They said it.
And they said, and I remember, man, when like I said, I was in Atlanta, I was believing all this nonsense that my ex-wife was telling me, and everybody around in that clique in that circle. That just was they had a home, so I supposed to have a home,
right.
and I got a job, and they got a job, and everybody's content.
Right.
Why do you keep talking about these tapes,
Right.
man? I want to play my tapes.
That's what
That's
I love.
what that's what I love to
This is what I
do.
love to do. Move
And-
out my way.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it took me some time to get it where they didn't get it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to live my life like that, man.
Mhm.
And I'm so glad I came back to New York to live my dream, man.
You're doing it.
Because if I'm still, people was like, oh, you an 80s rapper, give it up. Ain't nobody trying to hear them cobwebs and them tapes and all that, blah, 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 blah. And LL ain't gonna do this for you, and he thinking about himself. He a millionaire. He ain't trying to hook you up. Blah blah
now
blah
look.
blah blah.
Now look. Rock the
I'm
bell.
telling
And he still ain't hook you up.
No,
You
I hook myself
you
up.
That's
Yeah.
what you do it. Nobody get.
Ain't nobody get. He ain't
You
give
don't
you
do no
nothing.
handouts.
He
You
ain't
don't do
get
handouts.
LL to get you there no handout.
You see?
Ain't
I
gonna
work-
give nobody
I
a
worked
handout.
hard
Gave you a
to
chance
do what I do,
All right, then.
That's right.
All right.
and I believed in myself, and I came up here, and I believed in God. I told God was shaking me like Geechee.
What are you doing?
You can do whatever you want to do.
That's right.
Focus on me Focus on what you love to do, your passion. This is what you love to do, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
That's right.
Don't you like to do this? Yeah. All right, then. This
So
is what
get
you've been
to it.
dreaming about, right? Yeah.
Get
All right,
to it.
then. Get to it.
You see?
I got you. Don't worry about what you lost.
Yeah,
I'm going to bless you 5 times more than what you lost in Atlanta.
that's right. And look at you now.
And you
But
But I had to believe it. I had to wake up and I said, man, I cried enough 4 or 5 in the morning, tossing and turning, God shaking me. And I'm like, yo, God, what's going on now? Look, I got to make sure you focus, man. It's time for you to go. Get on the plane, get your ticket, and go. You're not going to be in no 5-bedroom house no more. You ain't going to be in that Benz and that Lexus.
Right.
You're going to be in the South Bronx. I'm going to put you in a room
Right.
in somebody's apartment.
Right.
And it's going to be some rat, trappings and some roaches and all that. But I got you.
I'm gonna give you a ladder so that you can climb.
Let me tell you
That's
something.
right.
Let me tell you something, right? And I'm gonna take from what both of y'all said, right? And I hope y'all can appreciate this when I say this. Starting with Hollywood. God chose you to be a prophet. He used you as a vessel. You understand? Because what you did on that microphone and what you did to those people, and you know how you had them people dancing, you brought joy, you brought love, you brought things to them people. They might have had a bad day, but when they heard you on the microphone or they came and seen you live and you did what you did, you changed their whole way of thinking. God used you as a vessel, man, and I appreciate you, man, so much. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Same thing with you, brother. You're like Moses. You are holding the tablets right here.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? God works in mysterious ways, man.
Yeah, man.
He does, and he uses people for different reasons. You understand? Like you, DJ Hot Sauce, same thing. You go in there, you do what you do on with the turntables and all that. You have people that be having bad days at work, or they might be going through something with a family member or a very bad issue, and they hear you and they start bopping their head, and they start moving around. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm big, like I said, I'm big up to all DJs, especially all the DJs and the MCs and all the pioneers, because guess what? Without y'all, we wouldn't have got through the pandemic. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that y'all did that got us through. Y'all get people through. Listen, remember, before there was hip hop and rap and all that, remember, we had the gangs. We had the black stage and all this. We was doing degrading stuff to each other, to our communities, whatever the case may be, right? It wasn't until we started listening to music and how music brought us all together. Remember that. Remember you couldn't go to certain areas because of the gangs and all that. But guess what? Once that music played that major part, anybody got together and just
we
started
talked about that
partying.
earlier. Once that park jams, when the music's playing,
Right. And that's why I
we go
said,
straight to the park.
and I'm going over what you said as far as if people don't believe that God fully invested in the rap, y'all got a problem.
Word.
That's right.
Can I say a prayer?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Hey.
Thank God every day. Because God, you make me feel so good. And when I say you know how to make me feel so good, when I sit down and I pray to you, this is what I say. Nobody on earth is thinking of this, God. But I just want you to hear it.
Yes.
And I need you to feel it. Because this is about a family.
Hey.
Oh, man. What we gonna call it?
Yes. I love this right here, man.
You know, the truth is, if you touch me, I'm going to stop that right there.
Okay.
I just want everybody to know that there's a feeling left inside of us. And that feeling is strictly love. A lot of evil stuff is going on and a lot of bad characteristics about everything is happening. Mental illness has grown so big since the pandemic.
Yes.
Because of people being shut in and locked in and forced to think what they want to think. They ask questions and they answer them. It can't go that way.
Right.
When you ask a question, somebody else needs to answer that question.
That's right. That's
When
right.
you are left to make that decision for yourself, it's whatever decision you come up with is to how it goes.
That's right.
But that ain't so. I pray for all of us that we get an opportunity to live life again based on each other. That we continue to care about what happens to one another. We put our phones down and stop filming people getting beat up and tore up and ripped up and try to help them. Try to stop that person from killing that person. You want to see blood. You want to see him roll out. Oh, man, look at it. Ooh, ooh. And that's wrong.
That's the evils.
That's wrong. We can't do that, man. We can't do that. Hip hop or not, telling a rhyme all the time is mighty fine, but life can't be lived by that design.
That's a fact.
We got to come out of this.
That's right. That's right. That's
We're
right.
spiraling off into nowhere
That's right.
when we are everywhere.
That's right.
There ain't no place we ain't at.
That's real. That is real.
But we got to realize that, and we got to realize that if you bring him up and he brings him up, the next thing you know, you come up.
Right. Right.
And that's what we do. This is a ladder that we got to start to bring each other up.
That's a fact.
I am like the first in the game. But in the game, I want you to know, it ain't changed. We are trying to move forward. And when I say we, I mean all of us, not just one of us. I don't want to just be the superstar, even though I want money too. I want to be fly. I want a Cadillac and all that. But I'm saying, I need us to grow. So if I'm rich, you're rich too.
That's right. That's a fact.
I don't want to be the guy with all the money and you have none.
Right. Right.
I want us to share the wealth. I want us to be about one another. And I want us to mainly care about each other. If we can work that out, if we can just work that out where we all just care about each other, this whole world changes. And us as Black people, man, you don't even realize how strong your vote is if we are all voting the same way. If we all pick a topic, together we can stop it. And there ain't no way they can come and knock it. I'm talking like a prophet, but that ain't.
But you are though, man.
Yeah.
Right. Believe it or not, you are, man. It is what it is. It's the true face to wear it, brother.
Yeah, we need to change just a few things, not a whole lot of things, a few things. If we can just get about each other, if you can make it to the neighborhood board meeting and see who's running it, you'll be surprised. You'll be in shock that the people that satisfy what the city codes are and the zones in your neighborhood, it's white people sitting at the table voting about what goes on your block.
That's a fact.
Why are they doing that? Because you ain't there.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We too, I ain't no time for that. This and that.
Yeah, I ain't going to the board meeting. Yo, listen, if you don't go, we perish.
Yep.
We got to make time to take care of what we own. Or just like hip hop and everything else that has come through, including the peanut.
That's
They
right.
take it and run with it.
They taking it and run with it. That's right, man. We got to stop that. Man.
We got to put a break on that.
Yes, man. Yes.
Young, old, it don't matter.
We just got to come together and do it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, if one day they wake up and we all go to the voters booth and we all vote the same way, they are in trouble.
Oh, they in trouble once we just even get together on anything. They are in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't even do that.
You understand what I'm saying? On
I
anything,
mean, anything,
they in
man.
trouble,
It's-
man.
Yo,
Yeah, and that's the problem, man. And that's what they love. They love that, man, to turn
Yep.
us against each other, man.
that's right. Yo, I put it in my you know, in my spirit to do something for hip hop every day.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I got to do something so hip hop can win.
Mm-hmm.
Can hip hop win today?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I look at every day. Can hip hop win tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to make sure that hip hop can win?
Mm-hmm.
Because over the years, hip hop hasn't been winning, and we haven't benefited from whatever that is winning. We haven't benefited,
And that's what we got to stop.
and we got to stop.
We got to start benefiting from it, man.
Well, we got the 1 or 2 who benefit. Everybody else falls under.
And that's the problem, right?
That's the problem.
That's the problem. The 1s and 2s got to stand on their 10 and say,
Right.
"Listen, come on. That's the way it's supposed
And
to be."
if you got wisdom and you in the age that Hollywood is, the wisdom and a mentor in music and DJ and hip hop, and you should be able to mentor others.
That's right.
And that's not going on as well. We got a lot of people we're there, so-called we're there,
Right.
but they're tearing down others because they wanted to be about them.
And that's the problem.
And that's another problem we have.
What also needs to happen is everybody who has benefited from hip hop,
That's right.
from what he started,
That's right.
should pay homage.
Of course.
Because there's no reason why he shouldn't be living high on the hog somewhere,
That's right.
reaping some of the benefits. Because if
That's
all
right.
these multimillionaires who have benefited from what he started just donated $50,000 to put in a pool, a slush fund for the pioneers,
That's right.
then you equate the playing
And that's
field.
what needs to be done.
You know what I mean?
Man. I'm
And
telling you, man.
it takes people to get out there and say that, because a lot of these jokers can write a check and the bank bounce.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the club and blow $50,000 on some funky ass bras.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Put some money together in the slush fund, because I done seen too many hip hop pioneers sick in the hospital
That's
with,
right.
with no health coverage.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
That's a
I've
fact,
seen
man.
too many hip hop people and entertainers sick, lose their life,
Yep.
homeless,
Homeless.
struggling.
That's right.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Because there's jokers that I know from the birth era of hip hop who were doing bad in the church mouth, and they literally be calling around like, "Yo, can I borrow $200?"
That's crazy.
Nobody who started hip hop, who all these jokers who are multimillionaires will drop their name in a rap song every now and then, should pay homage. And some of these cats should never, ever, ever be struggling.
Take them on
Never.
tour with you.
Never.
Yo, come on. Get on the bus with me, man.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? You got to check. Don't worry about it. Come on. Let's do this. We doing this. Come be in my music video. You know what I'm saying? Come on stage while I'm performing. You got to show love, man. You have to.
Yep.
I don't know.
It just lets me know that giving ain't easy.
Nah.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
because that seems to be a tough task. You know?
But why?
And because of what somebody done has made you a millionaire, you don't see no reason to help out the person that helped you get to where you at.
Then you a clown.
Yeah.
You're a clown and a fraud in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, so Sauce, what we going to do, man? Because we got legends in the building, man. So we got to let the people know what's really going
What's up,
on.
June?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got we got our legendary DJ Hollywood in the building. That's Junior.
What's up?
Salute, Jungle, what up? Call in, bro.
Hey, call in the show 888-304-4401. All right. Okay.
Yeah, man. But like I was saying, like, you know, they're not up there. And if you're wrong, am I wrong? Am I always preaching this?
Yeah, you are.
I'm always preaching this. You last time you was here, I
Yeah.
preach it all the time, man.
Yep.
And this is what has to be done, man. And to me, all you cats out there that's doing your thing and this and that, but you're turning your back on your pioneers, I ain't really got no love for you, man. I really don't, man. You know what I mean? I love what you're doing. It is what it is. I mean, I just love the growth of hip hop and rap and all that. I love it. But again, man, you turned your back on the most important part of it, man. And that's the pioneers,
The
man.
creators.
The creators of it. How do
Yeah,
you do
I
that,
feel
man?
like this needs to be taught more often because, getting this understanding and this knowledge from you just, it just helps me understand where music started and where it's going now. And like, it is different categories to it now. But
Yeah.
pioneers like you should be in the categories all the time.
Well, let me just say this.
You know?
Why did Kid Creole go down the way he went down? And nobody came to his aid.
Why does he have one of the top best? Why does he have the best lawyer right now on his side?
Well, they got excuses for that.
What's the excuse?
The excuses is he didn't answer to this and didn't answer to that. In life, a lot of times when you're under pressure, you go through some changes and nobody can understand that.
Right.
Man, all he had to do was this. All he had to do was that.
Right.
But let's go to the door. When you go to the door and you open it, why did Kid Creole have no money?
Why is he working as a security guard?
Why Kid Creole don't have no money?
It's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And
man.
when you find out the answer to that, you're gonna be like, "Stop it, you kidding?"
Wow.
I know that.
Exactly.
You know what's ironic? Just this weekend, I stopped by George Washington Cemetery to visit my cousin's grave.
Okay.
Luther Vandross is my cousin.
Okay.
And just above him in the mausoleum is Melvin Isley, one of the Isley brothers.
Okay.
And just to the right of him is Sylvia Robinson.
Wow,
Ooh.
I didn't know that. Shane Shrewsbury.
You know what I mean?
Ooh,
So
wow.
guess what? Sylvia Robinson was one of the reasons why he ain't got no money.
Untrue. I got to stop you right there.
Break it down.
Let me break this down for you.
Okay.
Getting it right here live at Gynesis Radio.
My main man.
Pay attention.
Just don't get it twisted.
Okay.
My main man, the Grand Master Flash, took all the money from that episode of the Furious Five. But he done it because they came at him very, very foul.
Really?
Very foul. These guys, they even tried to steal his name. If you remember, if you look back on some albums, it says Grandmaster Melly Mel.
Right.
Yes,
They
sir.
tried to
Yeah,
take his
I
name.
remember that. Grandmaster Melly Mel. Yup.
Yeah.
I don't care what we go through. I don't care what kind of problems we have between us. I'm never going to try to steal your name because
That's right.
it's your name
That's right.
that got me in the game.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But this game is
Wow.
twisted. And when you, like I said, when you actually find out what happened with the monies that was made off these selections, you're going to be in shock. See, they talk bad about Mr. Rob. That's Sylvia's husband. But they never said nothing to him while he was here because he is a real gangster.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so he had a grocery store on Lennox Avenue on 34th Street.
Okay.
So this is the type of dude you don't want to play with the phone.
Gynesis Radio with your boy Tero, DJ Hot Sauce, Money Mike, and my special guest, DJ Hollywood and Geechee Dan. What up? What up? Call to talk to us.
What's going on? It's June. What's happening?
Jungle, what's popping, man?
What's
Salute,
going
King.
on, June, man?
Everything good? What's up? What's up, Hot Sauce?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I got the legendary DJ Hollywood there. Come
Yes,
on.
sir. Come on now. Come on.
We told you we keep it rolling
Come
real
on
here,
now.
man.
Come on, June. You already know how we work, man.
I see y'all doing it. Peace, God. What's going down?
Oh man, life is good. And now that you got on the phone, we realize that we are not on our own and definitely not alone.
All right.
That's
It's
right.
a great thing to hear your voice and know your choice. And as you're listening to this radio station, tell somebody about it.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know that. This radio, that's what it is. Y'all got to, I enjoy your show. I enjoy y'all. I think y'all changed up the view on there with the cameras and everything. I dig.
Thank
You know,
you.
I've been preaching that. Change the view up. Y'all doing your thing. I'm blessed. I just want to say blessed and peace out. We'll link up soon.
Yes, sir.
Salute,
Thank you,
King.
man.
Appreciate you, man.
Salute.
All right, peace, yo.
Peace. Peace.
Yeah. Hey,
So-
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, bro. Say what you saying.
I know I said this before, but I want the people to know because it still bothers me. I'm talking about the album that, or should I say, the record that came out when T Connection put that record out. You should have been on there. I don't understand why you wasn't on the record the T Connection had made, and you was already there. I know they got it from you. Somebody had to reach out to you, but they didn't. Did you even know about the T Connection album being made? I mean, record being made at the time?
No, I didn't know about it. But see, you got to realize what we're going through right now is the Bronx starting hip hop. By them saying that, they eliminate anything that's not Bronx. Big Daddy Kane asked Cool Herc, well, what about DJ Hollywood? He says he's from the Bronx. I said, no, well, he don't count.
Wow.
It's because the Bronx started hip hop. So if you're not a product of the Bronx, you don't get the kind of recognition that comes along with being a part of hip hop. The Universal Hip Hop Museum, Hip Hop Boulevard, all these entities are Bronx based.
Yep.
I asked the question. See, so I know I'm not in the shadow. I asked the question: is this universal hip hop, or if this is about hip hop? And both organizations told me, nah, man, this is hip hop. This is what we do. Blah, 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 blah. We all over the world. Blah, 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 blah. But each one of their programs that came out was about Bronx-based hip hop. At the groundbreaking ceremony for the Hip Hop Museum, there wasn't one groundbreaker involved. Grandmaster Flash happened to come there because they asked him at the last minute, but he didn't get a shovel to break ground.
What is going on, man?
That's crazy.
You know what's going on. We are in a society that's run by the capital.
They kicked me out.
That's crazy, man.
When they had their festival in the Bronx,
Yeah.
at Orchard Beach, they escorted me out. They kicked me out.
How? What?
Yo, I'm disruptive. Yo, I didn't even want to go to the groundbreaking. Whip from the Fantastic. Big shout out to Whip. He called me when he was driving from Detroit. He got a hotel room, him and his wife, and across the bridge in Jersey, and said, yo, man, I'm coming to get you, Geechee. I said, man, they don't want me up there, man. They don't like me like that. They don't want, man, F that. What's your address? I'm Googling mapping your address right now, and I'm coming to get you. If they're going to turn you down, they're going to turn me down. And they're not going to turn me down. I said, yo, Whip, man, I appreciate that. But, man, I'm telling you, man, they not trying to see me there, man.
Right.
I don't care, Geechee. And then when I got there, I extended my hand to all them, their team, everybody, man.
Right.
It wasn't about hip hop. I mean, it was about hip hop. It wasn't about Geechee Dan.
Right.
It was about serving. If Grandmaster Flash needed a fork, if LL Cool J, Nas needed a napkin or a plate, I would go get it for them. Because this is about hip hop.
Right.
It's about pioneers.
Right.
It wasn't about the Bronx. It wasn't
Right.
about Queens. It wasn't about Geechee Dan.
Right.
But yo, man, I'm telling you, I was so hurt that they did that to me, B. I was hurt.
That was corny.
I was like, yo, man, are you serious?
That was corny, man. I'm sorry to say it, man. But I'm gonna say it. This is Terrell from Gynesis Radio. I don't care if nobody don't match with mine.
If you don't fit the narrative,
that was corny, man.
If you don't fit the narrative,
But how you don't fit the narrative if you're a pioneer hip hop, especially you, Hollywood? Are you crazy? Like, are you serious? Like, how do you, yo, bro?
That's
like, what is
crazy.
going on, man? Yo, they lucky I don't have a real powerful voice.
Let me just expound this to you. Rocky Buchanan, who is the guy who made the deal, for the Hip Hop Museum to exist. Let's go way back in time. A place called Stardust Ballroom.
I remember Stardust. I heard of it. Never been
Pete
there.
DJ Jones used to rock there like regularly. And Rocky Buchanan's mother used to hire Pete to play there because she used to give the parties there. He was a kid. That's why he used to call Pete his uncle. I thought it was because he was tall. But anyway, his mother used to hire me too.
Oh, wow.
So for him not to acknowledge DJ Hollywood, how strange is that?
Man.
I can't even call it hurt. I call it, I am shocked. I am completely surprised by that going that far without me being included. And I still do work for the Hip Hop Museum. I play music parties because I still got to get money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not a treat. I still got to eat.
Right.
And if I have to do this standing on my feet, well, the job's going to be complete.
That's right.
That's right.
So I come in and I do what I have to do. You understand what I'm saying? But my voice can't be heard in that circle because I'm not from the Bronx. And I don't believe it, but it's so. There's nobody can exclude what I've interjected into this game with a straight face.
That's crazy.
You cannot say that Hollywood isn't a major part of what hip hop is.
That's a major part.
Yeah,
right.
a lot of the slogans and a lot of the profiles and a lot of the game that people run is shit I done like long ago.
That's crazy.
I heard it for myself.
That is crazy.
You understand?
That's right.
But most of my stuff wasn't written. It was bitten, but it wasn't written.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I came a straight lace from my heart to my microphone, to my spirit leaving my body and traveling through the air to touch people. Is what I've been about. To not be recognized for it, I guess it's a good reason, but it shouldn't be because I'm not from the Bronx.
There's no good reason.
That's not enough.
It's not a good reason, man.
That's not a good reason.
That's not a good reason at all. There's no reason. There's no reason, whether good or bad. There's still no reason that you're not recognized in hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Like, man. Hey, man, listen, man. I'm about to get heated. I'm about to go ham.
No, I don't
want to do that. I just, like I said before, man, y'all people better start waking up and start giving that recognition, man. Because if you look in yourself, you look in the mirror and you ask yourself why you're in this predicaments you are, in bad predicaments or whatever the case may be, it's because you're not doing that. You're not giving these flowers, man. You're not doing that. It's all about me, when it should be we. Yeah. That's the problem. For how you gonna allow people that don't even understand our culture control our culture?
That's right.
How they gonna tell you now we gonna do this just for this and this? No, come on, you serious? Where's those voices at? All those pro hip hop. What's going on? Where you at? I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
But before Hollywood and I go into the booth real quick, before we close it out, let's give them recognition that Geechee Dan and Hollywood got the award. These two brothers right here got an award, correct? Of
yes.
The
there was two different times when we did give awards
together, right? But at least I know that part somebody gave them recognition on.
Yeah, that was really nice.
So I appreciate y'all getting that award, Hollywood and Geechee Dan, man. Yeah, that was big, man. That was big.
Yeah, that was from the Bronx or Queens or Brooklyn or Staten Island or the Bronx or Manhattan, a little place called Mount Vernon.
Yo,
That's
that was real.
I'm still just
Yo, this
You know me, man. When I
Yeah,
go, I
yeah,
go,
yeah.
man. I go
Yeah.
I go 10 toes down for what I believe in, man.
yo,
And I believe y'all it's a lot of cornballs. Y'all a lot of cornballs.
You
man.
know what? But you know
Real
what?
talk,
God,
man.
God keeps telling me, do the right thing.
And that's why I say,
And I do the right
yeah.
thing.
And that's why y'all
we
So
here.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't let it affect me like that because God tells me every day, look, I don't care about all that other what everybody else.
Right.
You do the right thing. I don't
That's
care about
right.
what the other dude ain't doing
That's
or what
right.
this young lady ain't doing
That's
or what.
right.
You do the right thing. I'm
That's
holding you responsible.
That's
You
right.
do the right thing.
That's right.
You do the right thing by hip hop.
Yeah.
You do the right thing in your marriage. You do the right thing by your employer. You do the right thing by these pioneers. I got you.
All right then.
You don't
All
worry
right.
about nobody else.
All right.
Everybody out there talking and all that. I ain't dope. I got you.
All right then.
You.
Right.
All right then.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I specifically said don't come apart,
Yeah,
right.
because your
Yeah.
actions speak louder than your words.
that's a fact, man.
And
That's
we
a fact.
both know, sitting right here, right now, that you ain't out of your mind.
That's right.
But that's what you would sound like if you go vocal about it.
That's
Right.
right.
Mhm,
That's a fact.
mhm.
Man. That's a fact. Man.
Go home tonight, pray on it.
That's it.
That's
That's
right.
right. Cause I don't know what I could do,
But you can pray on
but I'm
it.
gonna
You
do
can
something.
pray. You can.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
definitely
they
praying.
might can't stop you from
Now,
praying.
they never can stop me from praying.
Yeah,
They
you
never
keep
stop me
praying
from
on it.
praying, man.
Yeah, but that's gonna help you with the delivery.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you ask God, what can I do?
Yes, sir.
Ask him.
Yes, sir.
He'll tell you.
Let me tell you something. He's showing me some type of something because I have nothing since I've been on the show. Nothing but pioneers come in this station and sit down and talk with me.
That's right.
And that's what
You know I'm saying?
counts.
And enlighten me.
Everybody else
That's
don't
right.
count.
Everybody
Pioneers
else don't
count.
The
That's
pioneers count.
When I
That's
when
right.
I came up here 7 years ago, I had never. 7 years later, I got every pioneer phone number in my phone right now.
That's
Every
crazy.
pioneer,
That's right.
every one that's on these tapes.
That's crazy.
I never had a problem from not one pioneer. They all tell me, Geechee, we love what you're doing. Keep up the good work.
That's crazy.
Everybody else that got problems with me, they not a pioneer.
They don't count.
Mhm.
They were there
Right.
or they wasn't there.
Right.
They were promoters. They were this. They were that. This and this. But they wasn't no pioneer.
Right. Right.
I didn't emulate them.
That's right.
I emulated pioneers
That's
on
right.
the tape.
That's right. That's a fact.
So when the pioneers tell me that when they tell me that I'm not doing something, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not doing something right or correct,
Right.
then I'll know.
Right.
Other than that, I'm doing good. I'm good.
Mhm.
And I don't let everybody else affect me and lose focus on what I'm doing.
I gotta relax. Man.
So just chill, man.
Exactly. Yeah,
I gotta
exactly.
Just chill, B.
Exactly.
Chill.
Because you come stronger when you're calm.
That's a fact.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is a
You
fact,
come,
man.
you tend to get weak
Yeah.
when you.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
exerting too much energy.
Yeah,
Negative
yeah.
energy.
It makes you weak.
Yeah,
It makes
you're
you
right,
weak.
man. You're right.
The
man.
foundation of what you're doing right now is brought by the fact that you are calm. You have a show.
Mhm.
There's other people wishing they had a show.
Mhm. That's
Yep.
a fact.
That's true.
You
That's
know?
a fact.
That's true.
And there's gotta be a few hundred people that hope you fail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they know you. They said that nigga, he gonna blow up. He ain't nothing but a time bomb. Watch him. He gonna go. Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And he gonna say something wrong and he gonna get
Expect
fired.
him
to blow up.
Expect him to
Yeah.
blow.
You can't let that happen.
Yeah,
No,
you're right.
Nope.
You're right.
can't let it
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
And I used to be the same way. I'm
You're right.
emotional, angry,
Yeah.
pissed off,
Yeah.
because my
This
passion.
nigga still that, man. You know what I'm saying?
My
I have to
passion-
tell him all the time. Calm
Relax.
Down.
down.
Yeah, because my passion is up
And
here.
that's how I feel about it.
I'm
You know
passionate,
what I mean?
man.
That's how I feel, especially for my pioneers. I feel
I'm
like me personally,
passionate.
I feel like I'm front line for these guys, man.
Yo,
I feel like I'm front line
Yeah.
for them. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Whatever I can do, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna do it. That's how I feel.
Can't be no harder than me, but you see, I'm calm as can be because I
That's-
already know how we're gonna handle this. We're gonna make this happen
Yes, sir.
because we're gonna be calm and
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
be cool. And when we finally lay this chart out, it's got to be accepted. It's not like you can bend or shake a leaf and this don't happen.
Yes, sir.
If we stay calm and put our heads together and let our minds do the work,
Yes, sir.
the plan that we come up with, it's gonna work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're
That's
right.
right.
It's gonna work because we're gonna take time to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because all the things that happened so far, it's been taking time.
Mm-hmm.
And the results of the time they took is unsavory.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it has to taste good. And
Right.
right now, the state of hip hop's life, doesn't taste
It
good.
doesn't taste that good.
Yeah, man, this is
It's
some
terrible.
ugly business.
It's terrible.
But we got a chance to throw a little something in the pot.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
We
Put
definitely
the,
are,
put the
man.
big spoon on it.
Yes,
You
sir.
know it.
Throw some
Yes, sir.
Cajun in
You
there.
see, you know what it is too? I'm making the soup right now, right? I'm making the soup right
That's
now,
right.
right?
That's
But I
right.
got
Listen.
the pioneer to come and say, Youngin, watch, add some of this in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Put some of this in there.
Yeah.
You understand
Yeah,
what I'm
that's-
saying? That's why I
right.
love it, man. That's
So-
why I love it.
So now I would like Hollywood and myself, all of us, go in the booth. Let's lay it down real quick.
Let's go. I've
On
been
the
waiting
way
for
out,
this all night.
You know
man.
what I mean?
I've been waiting for this
Let's make it do
all
what it do.
night.
We're gonna pass the mic to Hollywood, and we're gonna
Let
work
Hollywood do
together.
his thing.
And we're gonna do what it do.
Let the
You know what I
preacher
mean?
be the teacher.
So what we gonna do right now, people? Like I usually tell y'all about this time, man. You know what? I can't even say it, but listen, man. Do whatever you're doing. Stop doing what you're doing right now. Go get you a stick. Go get some of the finest, whatever you sip on. Turn them speakers up. Get your camera view right, because it is about to go down. I got the legend, DJ Hollywood, about to get on the mic. This is about to take y'all back to 1985 mixtape. It's about to get real ugly in the booth. I'm telling you. Tune in, people. It's about to go down. Yo, Sauce, you ready for me? Let's do it, man. Tune in. If you want to hear the music, everything that's going on, go to www.Gynesis. That's Gynesis. No, I'm sorry. Genesis. Gynesis. Radio.com to hear the exclusive from DJ Hollywood and Geechee Dan. It's going down, people. Tune in. We out of here.
Legend.
Woo.
Legend.
I gotta go pay my water bill.
All right, go ahead. Sauce, you ready? Give me some music, man. Tell him keep talking.
Good. Yo,
Oh,
I love
man.
the message and everything you were saying today, man. I really soaked up game a lot today.
Yo, Sauce, what's up? You ready? Let me know, man. Give me the signal. Give me the bat signal. Throw the M up in the air. That's what I'm talking about. Where we at? He coming through right now. I feel like we live right now. Y'all feel like we in? Yeah, he coming. I feel like we live in Harlem World right now. It's like 1981, man. It's about to go down in the booth, man. Oh, man. Yo, I'm glad I got front row seats. Yo, Money Night, we got front row seats tonight,
Front
man.
row seats to a legendary show. I ain't
He
mad.
coming right now. That water out, paying that water bill right now.
Give me some music, Sauce. Give me some music.
Throw something on for me. Give me something to step to. Give me something to step to.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2.
Yeah.
Hollywood, we back, Hollywood.
He coming. You hear me? You hear me in there?
2.
Y'all hear me in there?
Hot Sauce, Gynesis Radio. Mike. Money Mike.
Yeah.
What's up, T?
What up?
2 T's.
Yeah.
Where Hollywood at?
He coming right now.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
The music you want to hear.
It's about to go down. I gotta take this. It's going down. You understand? This is serious right here.
Hollywood, where you at? Yeah.
Well,
We
you
live
gotta
Gynesis
send that to me.
Radio. We in the parking